Hello and welcome back to Skyopolis 4, and we are working our way through this next quest line. I had to do a little off-camera work here to try to figure out how to get this to work. I was having some issues getting all this stuff to route correctly. So this machine generates the crude oil, and I put the crude oil in there. Like last episode or the one before that, we made this oil refinery. And you send the crude oil over here. I'm using these ender tanks to do it. Crude oil goes in here, and then inside of this section you get diesel, gasoline, and lubricant. And then I have those kind of separated out into three different containers, and it kind of working. Sometimes it gums up the system, and then from there I export the gasoline through this ender tank back over here to be processed in the next section. And it gums up because, like, I guess you can't fixate a pipe to hold only one fluid. So that goes into this tank, which goes into this machine, which takes the gasoline, turns it into LPG. LPG goes into this machine right here, you can see. And we get molten plastic, and then I need a barrel. Not a barrel, a bucket. I accidentally made a bunch of buckets. So you take the bucket, you put the bucket in, like, where is it? Like, I think it was like this, right? Yeah, you just take a bucket like that, you get your molten plastic. All right. So this was to make, this right here, the acid etched bucket. For, you know, like, you just look at this recipe like, oh, just 2 of these and 2 of that, and then that took all that to make the molten plastic. There might be an easier way, but I couldn't find it. So then we need 2 rotten flesh. It's like 2 spider eye and 2 gunpowder, which I had to kill creepers in the little farm over there to get. So you take these items and then drop them in your pressure chamber. So like so. And they get loaded in. I have pipes everywhere because I was madly trying to figure out how to get this to work. And then you can put some fuel in here. I just dropped 2 tar in there to kind of speed that along, since that's what I got on me. And, you know, a few minutes later, you're going to get the acid out of here. There we go. Well, it sounds like it's done. And it should pressurize here in a second. I wish there was more more feedback on this machine, but it doesn't really seem to be that ideal. All right, let's put another tar in there. Like, there it is. There's the acid bucket. So that gives us the acid bucket. Then let's see here what I have to make next. I made this UV light box. I haven't put it down yet, so I have no idea how this one works. Let's see here. Let's get a brick. Got a few of those. Let's just put one down right here. I don't know what the chain is for this thing yet. I put them over here. Let's put that in there. Let's grab all these. There's my other bucket that I had made offline. Alright, let's put this right there. So this machine looks like it takes air pressure, so we gotta... Did I get really sucked into this thing? Alright, so we need to put this thing over here off of our airline, so we can just probably drop it right here, right? Yeah, it looks like it connected. It has pressure. So this machine, can we show recipes? This machine takes in empty PCBs. So I made one of those at one point, right? Empty. Oh, we made 1 or 3 of them, I guess. I don't know. So we take those, we put those in here, and we put in, oh no, jeez, that is bright. I thought the acid goes in there. Here, we made that. Light inside the box will increase chances of making empty PCBs inside the light box will increase the chances of making good PCBs. All right, I guess it fails. I don't know. I guess there's a progress. There's a progress bar. So that's going to do that. But after that, we need this etching tank. And let me see if that needs air pressure also. No, this one needs heat, it looks like. And this is a whole another system, right? Where you need heat. To make this oil here that we had before, we had to make this heater right here, which then we made. I made these heat pipes, right? Which we can take. I have a few of them left. They're extremely expensive to make, like that, and then we just pop this probably right there, and then so you can see the heat going up there. Not sure how I can put the acid into this machine. Guess it works like that. We'll put both these buckets in there. I don't know how much this is going to cost, but we got 2 buckets in. We have, let's see, we got enough of that in there. Now we just got to get our PCBs and put them inside there. And that is, so we made the heat pipe, we made the heater. All right, turns empty PCBs into unassembled ones. Requires heat source next to the block to work. Okay, so does that. That is still going. And we have, can we not put like a stack in there? No, we can't. We have 2 more of those, so hopefully we get one. But, so that'll give us a unassembled PCB. And then from there we get a printed one when we put all the components on there. So while we're waiting on the PCB boards, let's make some more of those components, because we're going to need a few. And I wish I could get villagers so I could just make one of those guys, but I'm sure it would take more effort than I'm looking to do. So this is 1 slime, 2 gold, and a plastic. So gold, let's get a few of these. Plastic, I made a bunch of plastic, and it's a slime. So yeah, another thing I did, little side detour, right? So I had purchased a RGB and zombie bees at some point, and I have, oh, it finally did it. So I made a slime one. I breeded the 2 of them together, and got a slime one. And since they don't seem to work like they did in what you call it, what is it called, sky bees, these bees only use flowers, right? So I have all these flowers in here, and they just pollinate the flowers. And the zombie one is kind of not really doing much at all. I think you have to put in a block for them to mutate the block. So that's what I had done with this one. I had done honey. Watch, I'll do it again. So if I just do this, I'll get 4 honey blocks. And then I can just put 4 honey here. And then eventually the slime bee will turn those into honey, like he turned this block of slime here into it. So we do have a way to get slime now that is not the painful way of making magma and then breaking the magma up. So this might be a little bit more efficient since we have unlimited honey, and honey is a whole different issue in this pack, right? So if you type in honey, you're like, oh, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3 honeys, and there's a 4th honey, none of which are compatible with each other. It is actually quite annoying. So you have your resourceful bees honey, which can't really be used for much but making bottles, because you can use it to make normal honey bottle. But to do these other machines, right, it has to be this specific, so you have to make it into a block, and then you have to use the CAFO core honey to use it in these thermal machines. And then there's another cyclic honey that you can use. You can convert it from the bottles or the blocks into the cyclic honey in the melting chamber, which then you can use in a solidification chamber to turn it back into honey. It's like the most annoying thing, because I wanted to make apples and I couldn't make apples directly. And it was getting kind of annoying. So that's something I'm going to have to set up once I get refined storage and I can kind of convert this fluids between things. All right, we are not there yet. Come on. Do I need to put another piece of tar in this thing? Get the pressure up a little bit. But yeah, trying to automate all of this with the fluids not being able to control what goes into the tank has been probably the biggest issue. I don't know if I can like whitelist the fluid in here. Might have to upgrade the tube, but yeah. And we got more steel. All right, we got another one of these. Let's see here. Is this gonna work yet? Yeah, that's gonna take a little bit more time. And let's see, what else did I do? I think I did some more of these useful items. Yeah, I made the backpack. I made the traveler's backpack, and I made the hose. And then I made at some point I made the heart amulet, and then I made a red heart canister, which gives us an extra heart. I made a yellow heart one, which gave us I think another extra heart. So we have 2, and then I kind of stopped there because I didn't have the next one. So that's kind of an interesting little way to get more hearts. Just it's kind of tedious to make all those. So all right, so we needed 2 gold. So 2 gold, 1 of these, and 1 of those. Let's drop that in. And I've kind of totally destroyed my my floor to get the pipes to go, and I don't know, there's a lot of things going on with that. All right, so that should give us another one of those, and the transistor is 3 gold, redstone. So we need some redstone, and we need more gold nuggets. So let's do this. Let's do that. Grab those. Grab a stack of those. There we go. So did that complete? Because I found if you rush it, right? Like I put a stack of 64 iron in here to try to compress it. It never compressed. I had to break the whole machine down to actually get them back out. So it's 1, 2, 3 of those, 1 of those, and 1 of those. And each time it opens up the thing, it loses a little bit of pressure. So you have to kind of like always put more in here. I put a security upgrade in here, which seems to, it should turn it off if it gets overpressurized instead of blowing it up. I think that's what it does, but I'm not 100% sure. So etch success, 95% chance. Put in etching tank to dissolve. So this just takes a little bit of time. So let's wait for that and we'll continue. All right, so we got back an empty PCB with an etch success chance of 100%. So go ahead and put another one in there. All that goes, and then go over here to the etching chamber, and hopefully this is the correct process. So yeah, there we go. Etches, and I do not know how much it consumes. So I guess it uses 0.03 millibuckets every second. So that should drop down a bit. We'll have to make more. Hopefully I can figure out a way to automate this when we get like refined storage, because then we can put the fluids inside of refined storage and then kind of export those as buckets as we need, which should work a lot better, especially with this kind of stuff. Then I can just take all these fluids in refined storage at one, and then they'll split into their own stacks. and then I don't have to worry about this barrel contaminating this one. And for some reason I can't see what's inside of any of these liquids. The only way I've been able to figure it out is if I take a bucket and I can see, oh, this one's gasoline. But there's not enough. For some reason it won't go into this thing. Since reasons, I don't know. Like I have to break everything. Sometimes I have to take the trash can here and suck all the fluid out and stuff like that. And like this is diesel and this one should be lubricant. But yeah. Looks like we have some other quests complete. Oh yeah. So from the fractioning still, we had made let me go over there. I'd made these oils and I just figured out how to get them out, which is a whole different story of stuff. So I have a fractioning still. If you take the what was it? Oh, there's a refined. If you take crude oil from this centrifuge separator, that'll give you heavy oil and light oil, and then each of those is a bucket you need. So you can use a bucket on the heavy oil one and get that out, but I had to take the light oil, pump it out into the fluid encapsulator, and I was able to get the light oil out of there. Then I took the oil from that, put it into a container. What is this one? Yeah, light oil here is where I was getting that. And then put it back into the fractioning still, and then pumping that after it become refined oil back here to get the refined oil. So it was a lot of work to get these for very little gain. And then lubricant comes from the distillation tower, and I think it comes from the fractioning still too. And then I started getting pieces for the diesel generator, but I don't have enough steel at the moment for that. So let's see here. Let's get some of this stuff out of our... Oh, we don't want those. We want these out of our inventory. Oh, we got a chest. Let's see what we got in that thing. Oh god. We got a grenade, obsidian TNT, and more TNT. So not exactly useful, but put it in storage. All right, there's the tar. We got some bottles. Don't need those, and I should probably turn that into plastic. I don't know what else to do with it. And sand. There we go. So this thing etch unassembled PCB. That is what we needed, right? All right, we got our unassembled PCB. Now we can print it with our circuit board. So I don't think we need a special machine for that, do we? Come on. There we go. We can do that in a normal crafting setting. There we go. I needed to make 2 more of those. That's why. So if we go here, go use on that with a U key, and then that's not what I want to do. There we go. But this there and this there, that gives us the printed circuit board. Printed circuit board complete. And then we're gonna need a bunch more of them, right? So to make each of these, we're gonna need a printed circuit board. Eventually you can automate it with this machine that we're making here. So I believe this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8 of them. So it's going to be quite a ordeal to make them, considering how slow they go through this whole process anyway. So with that, just see, where do we want to go from here? From there, like we're at the closing ends of this chapter here, the first of many machines. We're gonna make the diesel generator. I'm not gonna use it, I don't believe, unless I can find out how much power it generates. Because if it's less than 100, I don't think it's worth it. Because these things here are generating like a bunch, and these are all they take is lapis. So I can put diamonds in here too if I can figure out how to get diamonds in mass, but and those would be more efficient. But lapis seems to be easiest because I can just drop dust in one of the lower tier waters and get lapis out of the mix. But I just added more of them to make this array larger, and I can just keep adding more and more to this, right? I have a compression one here that just burns off the curacao oil or whatever it's called. But yeah, seems to be more than enough power generation for now, until we get to the next stage, I think. Yeah, in the next chapter, we get the power reactor, and this thing here is just, as long as this material here is easy to get, it is light and day better. And I already have, what is it, the ice? So I already have a bee that makes ice, so I can probably get that to packed ice really easy, and then totally not have to even worry about power ever again once we get this nitro reactor. But we're going to have to rebuild this mechanical crafting machine at some point, which is unfortunate. I wish you didn't have to use that to craft it, because like these machines, they serve their purpose here, you know, in the beginning, but now it seems it's kind of annoying to have to go back to these things, because they're actually kind of annoying, because there's no way to like power them without you know, giving them fuel and stuff like that, and there's no RF version of them, so it gets kind of tedious with those. And then yeah, so we'll go through mechanism, which should replace like everything we have on this on this deck right here. Should be replaced by one of the like 9, I think it's 9 or 7 or 9 different mechanism machines. So all of this will be replaced by one of those. It's kind of funny how it works, but our power's up, we're doing good. So I'm going to go ahead and for next time, I'll get, I guess, 8 of these made. It's going to take a little while. And I'll probably assemble this because it looks kind of complicated. And then we can start going through refined storage, and we'll build out the diesel generator, possibly. It depends on how much power it generates, but we'll at least get the rest of these pieces made so that we can make it. Assembling it might be another thing. But yeah, so hopefully next episode we can get into refined storage, we can get some more flux plugs, flux points, and complete out this chapter. We should be able to do it. I don't have netherite, so that's going to be an issue. I don't know how to get netherite yet, because it doesn't have us going to the nether until here. So yeah. But yeah, I'm going to get these made. So thank you for watching, and have a great day.